Hey guys, this is Tachi, and today I'm bringing you Rift gameplay. This is actually kind of a continuation of my previous video where I was first experimenting with my Riftstalker, the rogue tank in Rift. And basically I had this quest that I had for quite some time, Broken Trust and Broken Hearts, where basically it was a several part mission. First you had to take out, activate a mob, take them out, and then kill a second mob. And the problem was that with my stealth-based rogue, mostly assassin, I was kind of the deck was kind of stacked against me with it. Basically, it was one of those things where if you go stealth, the mobs despawn and reset themselves. So the biggest strength of my class, being able to go stealthy and attack from the shadows, do my damage, etc., that was completely taken away from me. And then I'm left with this kind of this squishy mass of stabby, and it just wasn't good. So I figured with my Riftstalker, I may not do as much damage as quickly, but I don't have to worry about the stealth issue, and I can also have a little bit more survivability. In fact, a whole heck of a lot more survivability. So I figured this is a good opportunity to try it out, and get it off my quest list finally. Along the way, I figured I'd hit a couple footholds. I'm gonna make this video a normal length one since the final battle, once I edited it down after some mistakes, which I'll discuss later, didn't take too long. So I've been experimenting more with my Riftstalker, and I still love it. I love it a lot. It's a really cool class. It allows me to do things as a rogue that I couldn't before, namely take on multiple mobs and walk away, alive. I'm finding that in my experimentations, my biggest weakness is pretty much dual ranged mobs. So for example, if I have one range mob over here and another range mob way over there, and they're both within attack range, I can't pull one towards the other. And I also can't, basically when I'm the melee mobs, I can pull them towards me and, keep them bunched around for my AoEs. But I pretty much have to pick one ranged person or the other, and to have those melee mobs next to you to basically whittle it down. And because all of my major powers when I'm doing groups are like area of effect, it's not like I can force all my damage on the one guy, the one ranged, and then run over to the other. And if I did take it off of AoE mode, basically I'd be doing so much less damage to the other mobs, and I'd be basically throwing away all my strengths that I have as a Riftstalker with my AE effects. So it's kind of a quandary. But again, this class is so survivable that it isn't even funny. It's kind of neat to be able to actually run into these mobs, and with a decent feeling that I'm going to make it out of there alive, no problems. With the normal rogue, I pretty much would have divided and conquered here. Kind of wait till one or two got to a far away edge, and then maybe if there were a couple of them, stunned one, while I then took out the other guy, and then took out the one I stunned, and then kind of do one by one, till the last man standing on the others. So I mean, it's not like a stealth-based rogue is horrible or impossible to solo with and do these footholds. It's just you have to do it a completely different tactic. And I'd be interested to find out one of these days, maybe I'll time it, how quickly I can take them out each way. So if, for example, if I'm doing this AE route with the tank that does far less damage over time than the stealth rogue, as compared to taking them out stealthily one by one but quickly, which overall takes the most time for a foothold. Be an interesting thing to kind of check out. It's always so frustrating with the Riftstalker to take out the actual footholds themselves. It's just so time consuming. I'm every now and then I'm tempted to use my one of my ascended abilities to bring in reinforcements and help destroy the foothold. But I resist, and just kind of keep whittling away. Excellent. Click my reward, always good. Plain right, never laugh at that. Alright, now I'm going to actually do the thing here. So basically, what you do here is you click on the little glowy thing there, and that starts this first mob. And the problem was I hadn't done this in so long since I got it, and attempted it before and was killed multiple times as a stealth rogue. That I forgot that when she reaches 50% or less, before you take her down, you have to use that special object you have with if you look right to the right by the quest. Basically use that on her, and that brings her down, and that continues on. What I kept doing was I would take her down, and then basically she kind of heals herself up, resets, and that's it. And then you basically have to do it again. So I did this like 3 times, and then I realized, okay, well I have to do when she's 50%, I have to hit her with the special thingy. And then once I did, it spawned, it allows the actual real target, Mulia, up there. She's kind of up there on the hill there. It allows her to be hit, and she comes down. But the first mob recovers and goes and battles the kind of the ally over there that's been captured. So my first reaction was to, well, finish the job on this one, on Uriel, the one I'm fighting right here, and finish the job. And once you would do that, once you go over there and ignore Mulia, the witch that's right up on the hill right now, if you ignore her, basically it ends up resetting. So another couple times before I figured that out, that to ignore her and actually take out my real target, which is Mulia the witch. So okay, here I am using the clicky. Excellent. And I'm going to back away. You'll see the Kira, that ally of mine, that she's going to now fight. Alright, so I'm going to let her now, wisely, finally. And Mulia right there is my target. I'm going to concentrate on her. And this actually wasn't hard. Before, as I said, when I had tried this as my stealth rogue, by the time Mulia came down and it was time to start attacking her, I was at maybe 10% health. I was just very low and I died really quick. So I was so happy that I was able to pull this out and actually take her down here. It's a slower process with the tank, but it's a sure process. And you can see I'm not taking a whole lot of damage. She is stunning me. I'm using my breakaways here and there when I can. And she just stunned me a few times throughout this, several times trying this. And what am I doing? Okay. Alright, I took her down. Good. And the faceless man comes.
She is a traitor.
Who, by the way, is really cool.
No.
I like him.
If she dies, and her father learns that she was killed by a Defiant, then the Bami will surely leave our side.
Oh, Defiant politics.
You make a valid point.
Now, I really have to check on this, but is the Faceless Man, there's the voice of the Faceless Man, Rene Auberjonois or Odo from Deep Space Nine? I will have to check on that. But, yeah, so I finally got this off my list, thank goodness.
You did what
I did, finally, what you could not. I did what I could not before.
She can't leave me. Not yet.
So this video is coming to a close. I'm going to link to my previous video in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to make. I did edit out all of my mistakes to make this a little faster, but I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you like what you see, think of subscribing. Take care.